Alrighty, picking up where we left off on our last one, we're going to start looking at rules for distance between points not plotted. So in other words, if we don't have a visual aid to look at, this is what we're going to do to find that distance. So there's 4 separate rules basically for how your quadrants lay out and which coordinates they have in common. So rule 1, if both points have the same x coordinate, find the absolute value of the y coordinates and add them. Like right here, these two, point B and point C, they have the same x value of 2. So we just took the y values. Point B had a y value of 3 and C had a y value of -2. We found the absolute values of those, which is 3 and 2, and added them up, which is our distance of 5. Kind of see how that works? So let's look at what if they shared the same y coordinates. Well, same deal, except you're finding the absolute value of the x coordinates. So if both points have the same y coordinates, find the absolute value of the x coordinates and add them. Now, keep in mind, I forgot to mention this in the first one. This only applies if they are in different quadrants. If they're in the same quadrant, it doesn't work. But you see in this example up here, they are in different quadrants. So keep that in the back of your mind when doing this stuff. So we have D and C both with the same y coordinates. We take the x coordinates, find the absolute value of them, and add them. Absolute value of -3 for D is 3. 2 for C is 2. Add those up, distance of 5, which would be our distance for D and C. If both points have the same x coordinate, find the absolute value of the y coordinates and subtract them. That's if they're in the same quadrant. So in this example, we don't have them in the same quadrant, but if they are in the same quadrant, meaning if your x coordinates for both points are positive or negative, they have to be the same, and the y coordinates are either positive or negative, they have to be the same, then you would find the absolute value of the y coordinates and subtract them if they have the same x coordinates. If they have the same y coordinates, you would find the absolute value of the x coordinates and subtract those. This only applies if they're in the same quadrant. These little start off spots are very important on when to use which rule, so keep that in mind, please. All right, let's get to wrapping things up. All right, guys, that is how to find distance on coordinate planes. Like I said on the first video, counting across the visual aid is so much easier to do. But in the event that you don't have points like that to look at and find the distance of, those rules help tremendously when you understand what is going on there and how to use them. So I would recommend using those in your assignment today. I know I said we're going to slow down on the Khan Academies. Yeah and no. We have 2 today. Tomorrow we only have 1, but there's going to be more like an open-ended question for you guys to do along with that. So, we're just going to see how things go. We're going to smooth out this week, and then after spring break, keep on trucking and see where everything's at. But hopefully you guys do good on this assignment. If you have questions, get a hold of me. Let me know. We'll get everything squared away. But good luck, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.